Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Let's cut right to the chase. We're here to save ourselves some money, to snag some of those juicy deals, because from 23 to 26 June, it's that time again. The Amazon Prime Days are here. Now, I get accused from time to time that whenever we do a best accessories video or an EDC video on this channel, that the products mentioned are too expensive. And I suppose it's not entirely untrue. We do like nice things, and nice things cost money. But a couple times a year, we have an opportunity to snag some of these items at a significant discount, and Amazon Prime Days is one of those times. I've rounded up some of my absolute favorite tech products of this year that are certainly going to be seeing some really good discounts. Let's ramble.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants.
Now guys, before I take you through my list of favorite items, beware that not all of them are necessarily going to have their discounts on Amazon. Some of these brands will be offering their discounts on their own website, but don't worry, I'll have everything linked in the description below the video to get you to the right place, and the discounts will definitely be worth it. Starting off today's list with something I think everybody should consider owning in 2026, and that is a solid and reliable NAS. The perfect entry-level models are definitely UGREEN's DH4300 Plus and the 2300. Real quick, if you don't know, NAS stands for Network Attached Storage, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of storage drives connected to your network. With the 4300 Plus, you can expand your storage up to 128 terabytes, and the DH2300 supports up to 64 terabytes, which is already a lot. In practice, what that means is that you can create your own personal cloud where you can store all of your photos, your videos, your documents, and other personal data that's important to you and that you don't want to lose, and they can access from anywhere in the world. Most of us probably have some kind of online storage subscription somewhere, Dropbox, Google Drive. The problem with those is that you have to pay for it every single month, and all of the stuff lives on somebody else's server. Now with a NAS, you manage your own data and you keep it locally. That doesn't mean that you have to ditch your favorite cloud storage solutions. But I sleep a heck of a lot easier knowing that I have a copy of all of my stuff at least on my own drives. You can share access with other people, you can create separate profiles for your family members, you can do many things with these things. Way too much to explain in this video. I did create a bunch of videos on these UGREEN NAS systems on the channel in case you want to learn more. The reason I've included the DH4300 Plus and the 2300 in this Prime Day video is that UGREEN has made getting into NAS systems so easy and so accessible, even for people who've never used a NAS before. And with the Prime Day discounts they're running, it is the perfect time to get into it. Now this next one just had to be on this list since it is one of my most used items this year. It has been my absolute go-to for all of my trips to charge my phone, my Apple Watch, and my AirPods, the ESR Cryo Boost 3-in-1 foldable charger. If you've been around the channel, you may have seen this thing before. It goes with me pretty much everywhere. It is super compact, as you can see. It can be used either folded down, so I can charge my phone like this, or I can unfold it and it becomes a full charging station where I can charge my Apple AirPods, my Apple Watch, and my iPhone at the same time. What makes this my favorite though is that it packs the same Cryo Boost technology as their desk chargers that I have featured on the channel many times as well. This one fast charges my phone at 25 watts wireless charging, which is fantastic. And because of the Cryo Boost feature, my phone never gets hot and charging speeds don't get throttled. Pair that with the magnetic Apple Watch charger and the dedicated AirPods Pro charger, and you've got yourself a really well-rounded charger. I don't need to pack any other chargers when I go on trips. I cannot recommend this thing enough, and with the discounts ESR is offering during Prime Day, it is an absolute no-brainer. So do yourself a favor and grab one using the discount link below the video. If you are looking for a great alternative to Apple's iPhone cases that are also way more versatile, I really encourage you to have a look at CASEKOO's selection. I featured them on the channel before. I love their stuff, especially the STANDKOO cases, which has this built-in magnetic stand that rotates a full 360 degrees with a very satisfying click for every 90 degrees. The ring is adjustable up to 170 degrees horizontally or vertically, providing endless combinations for viewing angles or hands-free calls. I also like to use the ring as a secure grip when I'm making phone calls or, during one-handed typing. I just really love this case. Now the thing is, this, it is summer now. I'm wearing shorts most of the time, and that iPhone 17 Pro Max is a chonker. Definitely not putting that in my pocket. The good people at CASEKOO are very much aware of this, which is why they also dropped the LINKOO. And the clever bit is hidden right in the case. A foldable buckle they call the clip safe. You basically just press it and it pops right out, and then you can clip on a strap like this one, and bam, you're hands free. Obviously infinitely better than carrying that brick in my shorts. CASEKOO sent these short straps that are pretty cool, but I wanted something longer so I could actually wear my phone hands free. I had this nice leather strap laying around, and as you can see, it clips on just fine and it works perfectly. Really cool solution for the summer, but it's not just for a lanyard. You can also clip on everyday essentials like your keys, your AirPods, and other small items. You know, if you want to keep everything in one place. And when you're done, you just unclip it and flip the clip back into the case. I never even have to take my phone out. If you want to try it out for yourself, now is the time because CASEKOO is offering some Prime Day discounts. Links, as you know, in the description below the video. Next up are two power banks from INIU, and yes, it is pronounced INIU, a brand I learned about only last year, and they are quickly becoming a charging favorite of mine. If you travel as much as I do, you know that airport panic when your phone's at like 4% and you've got your boarding passes on there and stuff. These two sort that right out for you. This little guy is the Pocket Rocket P50, and I'm not exaggerating, it is about the size of my AirPods Pro case, but it's a full 10,000 milliamp hour. It pushes 45 watts, so it'll take your iPhone 17 Pro to about 65% in just 25 minutes. And it'll charge 3 devices at once. That is definitely my everyday carry pick. Then there's the SnapGo P81, which is new to me. This one is for the Apple crowd. It's basically a keychain. You clip it to your bag or wherever. It's got this built-in cable, and it tops up your phone, your AirPods, or your Apple Watch whenever you need it. Brilliant little emergency boost. Both have detachable cables and a 3-year warranty, and of course they both have a nice Prime Day discount for you guys. Discount links, well, you know by now, in the description. Next on this list is another webcam by OBSBOT. This is the Tiny 3 Lite, and I say another webcam because I have shown a lot of these OBSBOT webcams because they're just that good. But they're not the cheapest, you know, you have to pay for good quality. That's why Prime Day is always a good time to talk about these things. Between your crappy built-in webcam and some expensive big mirrorless camera, that's where these little guys sit. Small, amazing image quality, and absolutely packed with features. So let me break down why. First, the design. It's tiny. It carries over that nice form factor from the Tiny 2 Lite, and it's got that built-in stand so you can attach it right to your monitor and you're done. Looks right at home on a clean, minimal desk or in a full studio setup. But what it really comes down to is, of course, imaging, and that is where OBSBOT hits it out of the park every single time, and they just keep getting better and smaller. These things make you look genuinely professional, even in that crappy office lighting we're all guilty of when we jump on those work calls. What sets these apart from other cameras, though, is the AI. It's got smart tracking, so it follows you around, and it keeps you perfectly framed when you move around. You can even control it with your voice, not this voice right now, but you can. The tracking and framing has been my absolute favorite feature of these things, and I've reviewed quite a few OBSBOT cameras by now. Where other cameras tend to lose me over time, the OBSBOT always finds me. Even when I go out of frame and I come back, it'll lock right back onto my face, which is really, really remarkable. So yeah, if you've been on the fence about investing in one of these, snag yourself a nice little discount and go for it. Next up, something a bit different, especially for runners and athletes and, you know, gym goers like myself and anyone who hates jamming buds into their ears. The Baseus Bowie MC2s. These are open ear, so instead of plugging them into your ear, you basically attach them onto your ear. You clip them on and they sit outside of it. You would think that this might feel uncomfortable over time, but it absolutely doesn't, because these MC2s use what Baseus calls Cloud Comfort Air 2.0, which is basically these very soft air cushions that avoid any kind of pressure. They even ship different sizes so you can be sure to find the perfect fit for your ears. By the way, on a recent trip to China, I saw literally everybody wearing these open ear buds. Not sure what's up with that, but it's clearly a massive trend over there. But having tested these, I can honestly say I get the appeal. You get your music and you can still hear the world around you, traffic on a run, an announcement at the airport, or in my house, the kids yelling from downstairs. They're ridiculously light, about 5 grams each, and Baseus genuinely didn't skimp on the sound. 11mm drivers, LDAC high res, and they've got Super Bass 3.0 for that powerful bass. They're actually recommended by a Grammy-winning audio pro. You get around 11 hours on a charge, 55 hours with the case, and they're IP67 waterproof, so sweat and rain are a non-issue. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like buds in the ear, but you also don't want to wear those sweaty big ones, this could be the ultimate solution for you. They're absolutely brilliant, and they have a proper Prime Day deal, dropping to $49.99, down from $79.99. Now that's what I call a deal. Links down below, you know what to do. Now, if you're into creating content, podcasts, streaming, you name it, maybe a bit of YouTube like myself, MAONO's got 2 mics in this Prime Day sale that are definitely worth a look. The star is the PD 200 watt hybrid microphone, and the clever bit is its dual mode. It has an XLR input, but it also works using USB-C and wireless. And the cool thing is it records 2 independent audio tracks at the same time. So for an interview or a 2-person podcast, you run 2 mics into the same receiver, each gets its own track, making editing super easy and straightforward. And because it's a proper dynamic capsule, even wirelessly, you get that rich broadcasty sound, you know, none of that tinny sound you get from a lot of those Amazon lav mics. And then there's the PD 100 watt, and that is, I would say, the perfect mic for gamers and streamers. 2.4 gigahertz wireless to keep your desk tidy, AI noise reduction so your room and your spinning PC doesn't ruin your audio, 40 hours of battery life, and yes, RGB, because of course. Needless to say, MAONO is running some juicy Prime Day deals, otherwise they wouldn't be in this video, so definitely go check out those links below for more info and of course for those discounts. Next up is something that actually might be saving you money long after Prime Day, and that is a dash cam from 70mai. Here's the thing, we've all had that sinking moment, you know, a fresh scratch down the car door with no note, or a tap at a junction that becomes their word against yours. A blurry phone clip won't win that argument, but clear 4K footage definitely will, and that's 70mai's whole thing. Proof is power. I've featured several of their dash cams on the channel before, and I would argue that they're definitely top of their game in that price segment. The one I would probably recommend to most of you guys is the 70mai A810 Lite, their compact 4K dash cam, and for the money, a bit of a no-brainer. That front 4K HDR and rear 1080p cam keeps every license plate and street sign super crisp, daylight, midnight, even that weird in-between orangey streetlight hour. But here is where it gets clever. It's got a 4G hardwire kit, and that matters because the scary stuff rarely happens when you're driving. It usually happens when your car is parked outside somewhere, or you're in the shop, or overnight on the street. So it basically keeps your car 24/7 under cloud surveillance. If something bumps it, or even just lurks too close, you get an alert on your phone and you can pull up a live view in the app. That is real peace of mind, and also proof. I also ran the bigger T800 alongside it, the full front, cabin and rear setup, so you get an idea about the difference in the image. I have to say the built-in Sony Starvis 2 sensor does take that 4K image quality to the next level, but with that said, if I'm being totally honest with you guys, aside from the extra features, which are cool, I have to admit, and if you have the budget, definitely go for it, but whichever one you pick, the footage looks great, and you can't really go wrong with either of them. So quick summary, I'd say the A810 Lite for most of you guys, that compact best value pick with the 4G and the parking protection, and the T800 if you want that full front, inside the cabin, and the rear coverage on a family car. Little side note, 70mai is also running a deal on their A810 S, and when I say deals, I mean deals, because the discounts are running up to 47% off across the whole store. Links below, go check the footage and grab the deal while you can. Next up are 2 products of my favorite recording company, and if you've been to the channel before, you already know them, Plaud. This is the Plaud Note Pro and the Notepin S. I think I've been using and reviewing their products since the original Plaud Note came out, and these 2 are their best and latest iterations. The Plaud Note Pro slips right into this little magnet case, and then it goes onto my phone, and it's so thin that it basically lives on there. Now, while the original Plaud Note had a switch to let the thing know if you were on a call or if you were just recording an in-person meeting, this is smarter, so the Plaud Note Pro automatically detects whether you're on a phone call or whether you're having an in-person meeting, and that's been a massive quality of life improvement for me personally, not to mention the battery life that shot up from 30 to a whopping 50 hours of non-stop recording. Now what that means for me is that I can leave this thing running all day, which is super useful when I have back-to-back meetings. So many times I realized I forgot to turn it on until I was already out of the meeting. Well, now I don't have to worry about that. I just leave it running, and when I get to my office, it organizes my meeting, spits out transcripts, summaries, even to-do lists, and I can send them straight to my clients, saving me hours and hours of work I would have spent reporting, which is my least favorite part of my work. The Notepin S is what I would call its miniature wearable little brother. This thing is so small and so inconspicuous. You can wear it like a fitness tracker, you can wear it around your neck. Personally, I tend to just drop it in the front pocket of my suit jacket and have it do its thing. A little bonus feature I really enjoy is that it's magnetic, so you can attach it, well, basically to any metal surface you can find. Battery life on this thing is obviously not going to be 50 hours, but it's 20 hours of non-stop recording, still more than enough for a full day of worry-free meetings. And I can hear some of you thinking, why not just use your phone? They all have AI recorders these days. And yes, they do, but phones are not optimized to do this. So you'd have to hold your phone super close to the subject, which is not ideal. You can't be doing much else on your phone when you're using it to record. And most importantly, the battery life is nowhere near as good, and you don't want to end up with a dead phone because you recorded a couple of meetings. No thanks, I will take a dedicated recorder over a phone any day of the week. If you want to check it out for yourself, do it now and save yourself some Prime Day cash using the discount links below. Right, the next one is for my fellow tinkerers. FANTTIK is a tools brand a lot of you techies and creators already know. The one I want to talk about is the E1 Max Precision Screwdriver. And this is not just hype, I literally use this thing to put together my new printers, my new Bambu Lab ones. Video coming soon on the channel, by the way, if you're into that kind of stuff. And it made the whole job so much easier. You know, I don't want to be messing around with those hand screwdrivers. This thing just does the trick, and it does it so fast. And the funny thing is, when I started my 3D printing journey about 2 years ago, I actually bought one of their products, which was the E1 Next workstation that is still going strong. So this E1 Max Precision driver is a perfect addition to my little collection. It's this really nice and solid little aluminum box, and somehow they've managed to cram 50 precision bits into this compact form factor, the electric screwdriver, tweezers, and even a tiny little crowbar. Push it and the drivers pop out. It's got 2 torque settings so you don't over tighten those sensitive builds, a built-in LED, and it's perfect for the fiddly stuff. Drones, cameras, watches, your phone, anything with tiny screws in tight spaces. None of that dollar store crap that strips on the 3rd screw. Another great example of buy once, cry once. And if bigger DIY projects are more your thing, they also have this S1 Pro. Same idea, but way more torque for your furniture and larger appliances. Both have a pretty hefty Prime Day sale, so don't sleep on it. Code and link below. Now, what if you want to combine some of that AI recording goodness with something you would already be wearing anyway, like your earbuds? Well, the good people at VIAIM have you covered. The VIAIM RecDot They actually have great audio quality, including a custom EQ option, great active noise cancelling with transparency mode, and that last feature is especially useful with these particular earbuds because it means I can keep them in and hear everything around me while I'm using the AI features. Either a long press on the earbud or a tap on this red dot will activate flash recording, which means the buds will start recording either your phone call or your live conversations or meetings without having to go into the app. Recording phone calls is not limited to regular calls, but includes also all of your favorite meeting apps like Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, WhatsApp, you name it. For live meetings, a nifty feature I really like is that you can also record the meeting with the buds inside the case. Just make sure the case is slid open like this and click the red dot to start recording. The AI then transcribes your calls or your meetings, creates summaries, and of course to-do lists. A very cool feature on these buds that I haven't seen on many other AI recording devices is live translation. At the time of recording, they offer live translation into 78 languages, which is incredibly useful when you're in a meeting where somebody speaks a different language. But it also works when you're watching a video in a different language on your phone. The AI will provide accurate subtitles in real time. Very cool little bit of tech. So if you're a techie that likes to try new stuff, go ahead and grab that discount. You will not be disappointed. So guys, there you have it. Some of my favorite picks for this Prime Day. I hope it helps a little bit. If it does, please give the video a like so it does get recommended to more people. Thank you so much for watching. Happy hunting and see you in the next one.